So I'm with Sage right now. She's nearly 2. She likes to spin and spin and spin and spin. Like, honestly, I could do this probably for the next 5 minutes. You can hear she's really enjoying this. So I was like, okay, how am I going to get back to work today at my Amazon guy? And I figured maybe I have to go on Amazon and buy something like a spin toy so that I could get back to work here. And I was thinking the other day, like, my wife and I had both created Google families, right? We'd both created an entity so that we could collect our children's email addresses and have them associated with us. And, you know, one of the fun things my wife and I like to do is we send an email to our kids with the expectation that they are going to see the emails when they turn 18 or whenever we decide to turn it over to them, right? So, like, we're emailing our kids like, hey, can you stop throwing food off the table and all of that fun jazz that parents have to deal with children as they grow up. Well, it turns out you can't actually delete a Google family if you have children under 13 inside of your own family. So my wife and I were texting back and forth on the matter, and I said, and like, you know, she's paying for a Google Drive, and I'm paying for a Google Drive, and it's like, well, let's just merge everything together. Let's be one family unit, right? Like the American homonymous dream here to be a family. And so like we go through this motion, and like we're looking up on the Google Help files and how do you manage your family on Google and all that stuff. Well, it turns out you can't actually delete a Google family. And so I'm like, well, you know, why don't, you know, just get rid of one of your kids and join my family, or, you know, typical things that you go back and forth with, right? So my wife has documented this on Facebook, and I think she did it better than I'm recollecting here. So I'm pulling out the phone to read this. So we're trying to set up Google Photos and other various Google services as family accounts, including our email addresses and the emails we've already set up for our kids. We've discovered Steve and I both set up separate family groups about a year apart, and it's causing all kinds of problems. The point of this story is that we're lying in bed trying to fix this, and we're saying out loud to each other, why aren't we in the same family? Just leave yours and join mine. How do I leave my family? How do I leave my family now? No. How do I delete my family? Okay, I'm sending you my child. Can you delete my child? Oh, sorry, they're under 13. So anyway, I've been spinning Sage here back and forth a bunch, and I'm like, hey man, you know, Amazon's gonna solve my problem today, right? So I look up for some spinning toddler toys, and so I looked at this and I said, oh, I'll get one of these. But then I came across this, right? Like this bumper car with like 10,000 reviews, and it's like, are those 10,000 reviews like legitimate? Like, what's going on here? They got like a full-on video, and like, look at everything that you do with this thing. It's like remote control. It looks like my Sage just ran off. And I was just like, what the heck? Like, you can buy anything on Amazon, right? Like, you can buy unicorn meat. And apparently you can remote control bumper cars for your kids. And just like, what the heck? Anyway, so really not a real purposeful piece of content for me today. More of just me amusing the family life of running a business and being the Amazon guy and seeing all these hilarious things that we deal with as, you know, humanity. And don't worry, you know, what's coming next on the screen is the teddy bear inside of the bumper car, right? Like, geez Louise. Anyway, so we all use Amazon to take care of our families, our kids, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. My name is Stephen Pope, and I'm the founder of My Amazon Guy.